Hello and welcome back to another exciting video of class 5 computer, and today we are going to start our very new lesson, and the name of lesson is computer memory. We have already seen one part of that, but few of you have requested it to retake it or just go through it again. That's why we are going to repeat the half topic of that. So let's get started. So on that day also, and today also, I would like to ask you what is meant by computer. So what is computer actually? So computer is an electronic machine. Why it is electronic machine? It is electronic machine because it takes input from input devices, processes on it using processing devices, and gives you output using output devices. So what we give as input? We give input as data. Data may be any instruction or command given to that. What are the uses of computer, or where we use computer nowadays? So computer can be used to listen music, watch movies, play games, to do chatting, to send and receive files, to send and receive messages, mails, etc., and video conferencing, social networking. Many more functions are there. So these are some functions of computer. Once again I repeat, computer is an electronic machine which takes input from input devices, process on it, and gives you output using output devices, right? Now, so what input we are giving? We are giving a data, and data is collection of facts or information that we are giving it to them. Now what are the characteristics of computer, or few characteristics? Because of that, computer is very useful for us. First one is speed. Computer speed is just uncomparable, unmatchable. We cannot match the speed of computer with our speed. We can write one page, two page with the speed, but after that we will get tired, we will become slow. But computer will not get slow. It can do billions and millions of mathematical operations, logical operations at the same time and within few seconds, and that speed will be continued, it will not be reduced. Okay, so that is why speed is the most important characteristics of computer. Next one is memory. Now if I'll ask you how many mobile numbers do you know, so you can you might have remembered your family members' mobile number, maybe 10, 20, 50, more than that. Or if I'll ask you tables, mathematical tables up to 30, but what about more than that? So we have some limited storage. We store limited amount of data in our memory, but computer can store huge amount of data, and which is stored safely and for future use also. It can be used for future use. That is another characteristics of our computer. Now third one, accuracy and diligence. We can do mistake, yes, we are human beings, and there is a saying that human being गलतियों का पुतला होता है, humans are a statue of mistake kind of thing. Okay, so we can do mistake, but computer will not do any mistake. They are very accurate, and they can do the same job again and again and again and again for a long time and without getting tired, and for that we have used word diligence. Got it? So accuracy and diligence, this is also one characteristics of computer. Next one, versatile. Versatile means you might have seen cricket. There are some player who can bat, there are some player who can bowl, there are some player who can keep wickets, or there are some player who can do all of them. So what we call them? We call them all-rounder. And likewise computer is also all-rounder, that is versatile, and can do different types of job at the same time. Got it? Next one is multitasking. So computer can do different jobs at the same time. okay. Same times we can listen music, same time we can download something, same time we can type and do many other things. So computer can do multiple tasks at the same time. So understood? Okay, so I request all of you to go through once again all those characteristics. So first character is speed, second one is memory, third one is accuracy and diligence, fourth one is versatile, fifth one is multitasking. Now we are going to learn about the actual topic of our computer, and that is computer memory. So what is this that has come in our screen? That is the brain of our human beings, right? So we'll discuss human brain versus computer's memory. So who will win? Yes, of course computer will win, because we have some limited storage and we will forget the things we forget. Actually we do forget. Like right now you are in 5th standard, but you cannot remember or recall whatever happened in the last month, actually day by day, time wise. No, because we have some limitations of our memory. So the computer does not have such kind of limitation. It can store huge amount of data, but main thing is same, that computer is used for storing data and our brain is also used for storing data. So it stores data either temporarily also or permanently also. We also store some data, some memories in our brain for few moments, temporary or for permanent. Got it? Now, units of measurement, very important topic. Like suppose we are going to buy some grocery from grocery store, so we will be getting some vegetables or some other stuff like sugar, milk and all that. We will take it in kilos and grams and all that. Like so, likewise there should be some units for memory measurement also. But before that, I would like to inform you that computer does not understand language of Hindi, Marathi, English. No, it does not. It understands the language of zeros and one only, and that is called binary language. What it is called? Binary language. So binary language is, binary means two, only two digit language it is there. One is a 0, one is 1. Okay, so all the instruction and data that you are given to computer will be converted into either zeros and 1, means chain of ones and zeros, and based on this binary system, 0 means off, 1 means on. So all these off and on signals will be there, okay, that our given data will be converted into digital form, that is zeros and ones form, okay, and all the data will be saved in which form? Zeros and ones form. So which language does computer understand? Which language? Computer understands language of binary, that is 0 and 1. So likewise for our computer also some memory units are there. So as computer works on binary number system, so smallest memory measurement unit is bit. Bit means binary digit. First letter of binary and last letter of digit, it becomes bit. Binary digit is the smallest measurement unit of computer memory. Now, when these bits come together, when we will collect 8 bits together, 8 bits we have gathered together, it becomes 1 byte. What it will become? It will become 1 byte. Now, we have collected bytes together 1024 bytes. When they will come together, it will make 1 kilobyte. Likewise, 1024 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes is equal to 1 gigabyte, and 1024 gigabyte is equal to 1 terabyte. Now you might have seen these megabyte, gigabyte. Instead of that, MB, GB you might have heard. Like today I have used 500 MB data, or this song is of 10 MB, or this video is of 100 MB, or this movie is of 1 GB. So that are the storage measurement units of computer's memory. Got it? Now we will see the memory types. As we have seen the measurement unit, now we'll see types of computer memory. So computer memory is generally divided into two parts. First one is the primary memory, second one is the secondary memory. So what is difference between both of them, that we are going to learn. But before that, so what is the smallest unit? Bit. When 8 bit come together will become byte. 1024 byte 1 kilobyte, 1024 kilobyte 1 megabyte, 1024 megabyte 1 gigabyte, 1024 gigabyte 1 terabyte. Then computer memory divided into two categories. First one is primary memory, second one is secondary memory. Got it? Now we are going to learn about primary memory. So primary memory is used to store data and programs directly when they are actually being used, because it is directly connected to computer. So when you are using something, or suppose you are painting, one painting you are drawing in MS Paint, so that time when you have not saved it, that painting will be saved in the primary memory. Remember, these memories are of very high speed, too much high speed, because all the processing is done using primary memory. If your primary memory is large or huge, your computer speed is also large, they need processor actually. But the high speed, they are of high speed, that is why they are more expensive. Expensive मतलब ज़्यादा कीमती ज़्यादा है, मतलब पैसा ज़्यादा लगता है. Okay, so they are bit more expensive as compared to secondary memory. And capacity of secondary memory is quite higher, but they have a limited capacity, but the speed of computer is really depend on the speed of your primary memory. So capacity of primary memory is limited and it is much lesser as compared to secondary memory. Like you have 500 GB hard disk and you have 1 GB RAM only. So as compared to that, it is quite bit, not bit actually, it is too much less as compared to secondary memory, but it is directly connected to your computer processor. That is why it is actually accessed very high speed, and speed of your computer is depend on this memory also. Now second one is secondary memory. Now what is secondary memory? So secondary memory stores data permanently, and data of secondary memory can be deleted also or rewritten. Rewritten means we can delete it, again we can copy and paste new data, we can again delete it, again we can have new data, that we can do. This memory is also called external memory also. Why it is called external memory? Because it can be connected from outside also, or it is connected outside the computer. Now data in secondary storage is erased when data in primary memory is erased when computer's power off. Okay, power goes off, but in secondary memory it does not go because it stores data permanently. This is the type of memory, that is secondary memory. Now we will learn about the types of primary memory. So there are two types of primary memory, or primary memory is also called internal memory. So first one is RAM, second one is ROM. Now what is this RAM and ROM? That we are going to learn in detail. So first part of a primary memory that you are going to see, and you can see on your screen, those are chips, rectangular chips are there, long rectangular chips, green colored, on that black ICs are mounted, that are actually your RAM. So RAM stands for random access memory. What it stand for? Random access memory. What it is? Random access memory, and it stores data when program or that particular data is being used. जब हमारा कंप्यूटर, जब हमारा CPU, जब हमारा प्रोसेसर कुछ डेटा यूज कर रहा है, so that data will be stored in your RAM. Like you are typing something in MS Word, so that MS Word file will be saved in your RAM, not in your hard disk. Now it is very faster to read and write. What is read and write? To read and write means whatever the content or the data which is stored in the RAM, that when we access, that is means reading, and when we store new data on RAM, that means writing. Now this is also known as primary memory or main memory. It is part of main memory. RAM stands for random access memory. Now one more very important thing, it is called volatile or temporary memory. You know why? Because it stores data only when computer is on. If computer is off, it will not save anything. Like suppose you are typing, you have typed very nicely 2-3 pages you have typed, and suddenly power goes off, nothing will be saved, because when you were typing, that time that file was saved in a RAM, and as power goes off, nothing will be saved. So that is why it is called temporary memory or volatile memory. Got it? Next one is ROM. Now we have seen RAM. Now what is this ROM? ROM means read only memory. It is read only memory, and size of ROM is bigger or larger as compared to RAM. So this is, what is the full form of ROM? It is read only memory, but it is read only memory, but it stores data permanently. And as it stores data permanently, and when light goes off, that time also it stores data permanently, and that is why it is called non-volatile memory. What it is called? Non-volatile memory. Volatile means power off, memory गायब. Non-volatile means power off, memory फिर भी है. Now, but one more problem is there. We cannot change the content of a ROM. RAM content can be read and write, but ROM's content cannot be deleted or changed. Why? Because whatever the necessary softwares are there, necessary important software, because of that our computer or our phone will start. That is called BIOS, means basic input output system. That system is stored on the ROM. Okay, so what is the full form of BIOS? Basic input output system. So these kind of softwares are stored on ROM. That is why we cannot change the content of ROM. Understood about ROM? Very good. Now we are going to learn about secondary memory. Secondary memory means what? The memory which is external, means attached externally also, which is not present inside the cabinet or inside the CPU. We can attach it externally also. So which are the part of external memory? So first one is hard disk, second one is CD, third one is DVD, fourth one is Blu-ray disc, fifth one is pen drive, sixth one memory card. So many external devices are there. Now what we will do, we will learn it, or we will go through it one by one. So first external storage device is called hard disk. And you know how hard disk looks? You don't know? Here you go, now you know. So this is the hard disk. One is of 2 TB, one is of 5 TB, and one is of some GBs. Okay, so this is how your actually hard disk looks like. It contains number of functions. It stores data permanently. Okay, so it stores data permanently. First function and very important characteristics, it stores data permanently, and it is installed in computer also and outside computers. Some USB hard disks are also there, or some which is installed inside the computers are there. And this hard disk contains some metallic disks. Disks are there. Okay, some metallic disks are there which are mounted one above one, एक के ऊपर एक ऐसे कुछ मेटालिक डिस्क लगाए हुए होते हैं उसके अंदर, इनसाइड द हार्ड डिस्क, एंड देन डेटा इज सेव्ड बाय रोटेटिंग देम at very high speed. How data is stored? Data is stored in metallic plates which is called disk, which are mounted one above another. एक के ऊपर एक रखे हुए होते हैं and they are rotated very fastly at high speed, and then the content will be written on that. Now, as I told you, they have a huge storage like TBs. You know, TB, terabyte, 1024 GB is equal to 1 TB. We have 500 TB hard disk, 1 TB hard disk, 2 TB hard disk, means it has huge storage, and as it has huge storage, it can store anything, your operating system, your movies, your audios, your videos, anything can be stored inside that. Okay, third one. Now, as I told you, it can be installed in computer also and can be outside also. So there are two types of hard disk drive. One is internal, another one is external. Internal means you can see on your screen, second number and third number is internal, which is inside the computer, and external means can be connected using USB device. Got it? Now, external hard disk, external means can be connected using USB drive, that is why it is called portable. Portable means can be moved from one place to another place and can be connected to multiple computer at same time, or multiple times also can be connected to multiple computers. Got it about hard disk? Very good. Now we'll go to the next part, and that is compact disk. You might have seen, you have got your annual day gathering CDs and DVDs. If not, contact your class teacher. Okay, so this is the CD, that is called compact disk. You might have seen this, but you, and same that drive you might have seen. It is to every computer of our computer lab, and many notorious of you press that button of CPU, so that drive comes out. Okay, so forget about that, it was just a joke. So this is compact disk, that is CD. So it is a small plastic round disk. Okay, it is small plastic round disk which stores data, and that data can be read and written also, read, write, and can be done using CD drive. That second image is there, that is of CD drive. So we need a special drive, that is CD drive, to read that CDs. It has one laser like structure, it rotates and it reads that CDs. Now, storage of a CD, as you can see on the first image, 700 MB is written. Okay, so likewise CD can store 650 MB to 900 MB. What is the storage capacity? 650 MB to 900 MB. Now, on the first image you can see CDR is written. Below that Sony name, CDR is written, because CDs are of two types. How many types? Two types. First one is CDR, means CD recordable, means once the content is written, cannot be rewritten or cannot be changed. And second one is CDRW, that is CD rewritable, means the content of that CD can be changed. Once we write it, can be deleted and can again be written. That is why CD is of RW. First one is CDR, that is recordable, and CDRW, that is rewritable. So two types of CDs we have seen now. Got it? Now, uses. What are the uses of this CD? So CD is generally used for storing some music, audios, okay, MP3 files, or some games, some educational, means you can store anything in this, but many of use for music and games. Now, ये हो गया छोटा बहन. इसका बड़ा बहन है, that is called digital versatile disc, or it is called DVD. Same it is, but it is also same, but storage capacity is different one. CD and DVD are same, they look like same, but storage capacity is huge one. So this is also small plastic disc which stores and retrieves data using light, means using light head, that laser light is there in that drive which reads and writes data. So for this also we need one DVD drive to read that data. If you have DVD drive can read CD also and this is versatile. Versatile means can be used for multiple purposes, different purposes. Means it can store software files, it can store mp3 files, it can store videos, games, educational files, anything can be stored in this DVD. Same like CD, it has also two types. One is DVD-R, one is DVD-RW. DVD-R means DVD recordable and DVD-RW means DVD rewritable. Rewritable means content can be written, then deleted, then again written. Understood? Okay. Now storage capacity. So as I told you, CD stores up to 650 to 900 MB. DVD can store from 4.7 GB to 17 GB. Huge, no? So generally we get DVDs in our market which are of 4.7 GB, but can store up to 17 GB. Understood? Now the father of all these compact discs, that is Blu-ray disc. See that this is name also written high definition. So this is also plastic, small plastic disc which stores and retrieves data using which light now? Blu-ray light. Which light? Blue laser light. And for this also we need a special drive that is called blue disk drive. What it is called? Blue disk drive. Without that we cannot access the content of this one. Now it is used for storing high definition videos, high definition audios and all that, because it requires it contains huge space. Its space is actually 25 GB. Means single layer Blu-ray disc can store up to 25 GB of data, and double layer that is 50 GB of data. So this is a huge storage actually. 25 GB and 50 GB is actually huge storage. So this is used mostly for storing high quality videos and audio formats, and used for recording it, again deleting and rewriting. Where reuse is more, that time Blu-ray discs are used for high definition HD content only. Got it? Next one is pen drive. Now I don't think I should explain this, but as it is part of syllabus I should. So this is pen drive that you are seeing on your screen. It is also known as flash drive, and it is portable and stores data in it. Flash drive means it is a small chip which is mounted inside a plastic body and can be moved here and there, can be used for our keychain also. It is small and lightweight. Just you have to plug and play device, because we have to just plug it into USB port and use it. Now what are the uses for this? For copying a data to one computer to another computer. इस कंप्यूटर से दूसरे कंप्यूटर में जाओ, दूसरे कंप्यूटर से इस कंप्यूटर में लेके आओ, या फिर अपना डेटा, पर्सनल डेटा स्टोर करने के लिए भी. And what is the storage? It has this minimum capacity of 8 MB to the maximum capacity of 2 TB. MB, and where TB is there, MB is very small, TB is huge actually. So these pen drives can store 8 MB to 2 TB data. Last one, that is memory card. You might have seen your parents' phone or your phone. That memory card is used for our extra storage. So here are some memory cards. Some smalls are there, some bigs are there. So this is also called a flash drive. Okay, it is extremely small plastic chip. It is a flat plastic chip, extremely small actually, like this much only, which is used to store audios, videos and all that. It is very small and lightweight, and a plug and play device like our pen drive can be inserted into one or many mobile phone or cameras or card reader or wherever we want. Okay, and it has also storage capacity up to 8 GB, 8 TB, 1 TB actually in that 1 GB it's showing, but it stores data up to 1 TB. Minimum it can store from 128 MB to it can store up to 1 TB. Okay, GB is given, but it is actually 1 TB. So this was about some memory devices which we generally use in our day-to-day life. So I hope you have understood the lesson. If you have any queries, any problem, you can contact me. I'll be giving my number over there. So if you have any problem, but first go through the lesson, textbook lesson, then go through the video. Okay, video you have to go twice, lesson once, then video twice, and then you go for worksheet and our workbook exercises and all that. Okay, so I hope you all will be keeping safe at your home. So take